Good day, Nigeria. A major shift is taking place in the fuel market, and it is happening right now. As of today, developments linked to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery have set off what analysts are describing as a fierce price battle, one that motorists in Lagos are already experiencing directly at the pump. Let's break down how we got here, because this story goes far beyond a simple price cut. The chain of events began on December 11 when the Dangote Refinery reduced its ex-depot price of petrol from 828 naira per litre to 699 naira per litre. That is a sharp drop of 129 naira in a single move. Remarkably, this marked the refinery's 20th price adjustment this year, highlighting just how aggressively it is responding to market pressures and competition. Things escalated further on December 15 when Aliko Dangote addressed the press at the Lekki refinery. During that briefing, he made a strong declaration. Nigerians, he said, should no longer be paying close to 970 naira for petrol. He went a step further by directing all partner filling stations, including MRS Oil Nigeria, Ardova, Conoil, and Itana, to immediately reduce their pump prices to 739 naira per litre starting today. This was not a casual recommendation. Dangote stated clearly that for the months of December and January, petrol should not be sold above 740 naira per litre anywhere in the country, and he promised to enforce compliance among his partners. Today, that directive has begun to take effect. MRS oil filling stations across Lagos have already adjusted their pump prices, with motorists confirming purchases at 739 naira per litre, down from about 885 naira just days ago. The relief is real and immediate. Even more striking, MRS began implementation a day earlier than the Dangote deadline announced. Considering that MRS operates over 2,000 filling stations nationwide, the potential reach of this price reduction is massive. What makes this development especially significant is the intense competition it has triggered across the entire petroleum sector. Reports published today indicate that petrol importers could lose as much as 102 billion naira every month as a result of the lower gantry prices. At the same time, the Dangote refinery itself is projected to forego roughly 91 billion naira in revenue within a single month due to the cuts. This gives a clear picture of how high the stakes are. Dangote appears willing to absorb major short-term losses in order to dominate the market and force prices downward for consumers. Private depot owners in Lagos have already begun reacting. Market data shows that several depots have slashed prices to around 710 naira per litre, down from roughly 885 naira just a week earlier. In some cases, Dangote-linked marketers are reportedly selling as low as 703 naira per litre, leaving nearby depots no choice but to rapidly adjust or risk being stuck with unsold fuel. Some operators have cut prices by more than 100 naira per litre within days. If you find this breakdown useful and want to stay informed on whether these price reductions reach your area, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We'll continue tracking this story closely. The ripple effects are already reaching major players. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company has responded by lowering its own pump prices. In Lagos, NNPC stations reduced prices from 890 naira to 875 naira per litre, while in Abuja, prices fell slightly from 920 naira to 915 naira. Though modest, these adjustments show that Dangote's pricing strategy is exerting pressure across the market. Dangote has also explained what he believes triggered this aggressive stance. He accused the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority of economic sabotage, alleging that 47 import licenses were issued for over 7 billion litres of petrol in the first quarter of 2026, despite his refinery's capacity to meet domestic demand. According to him, these imports have left his storage facilities full while marketers continue sourcing fuel from abroad. He further claimed that some officials met with marketers and encouraged them to keep pump prices high in order to undermine local price reductions. Dangote insisted his company would push back strongly to ensure prices come down. For ordinary Nigerians, the impact is potentially huge, especially during the festive season. With petrol now selling at 739 naira in parts of Lagos, transport operators can reduce fares, logistics costs may ease, and small businesses that rely on generators could see lower operating expenses. These savings can ripple through the economy. The refinery has also taken steps to widen access to its fuel. Dangote announced that independent marketers, including members of IPMON, can now buy directly. Any buyer capable of lifting at least 10 truckloads can access petrol at the 699 naira gantry price. In addition, a 10-day credit facility backed by bank guarantees has been introduced, and the minimum purchase volume has been reduced from 2 million litres to 500,000 litres. Not everyone, however, is celebrating. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Personnel Association has raised concerns, warning that aggressive underpricing aimed at capturing market share may not be sustainable in the long run. They argue that fuel prices should reflect real costs to avoid future shocks. Still, today marks a clear turning point. These are no longer promises or projections. Motorists in Lagos are already buying petrol at 739 naira per litre. The key question now is how quickly this trend spreads to Abuja, to the north, and to other regions where prices remain far higher. As this story continues to develop, keep an eye on your local filling stations. If you notice price changes, share your experience in the comments so we can build a clearer picture of what's happening nationwide. This fuel price battle could have lasting consequences for household budgets and Nigeria's wider economy, and we'll be here to follow every step.